All right, let me see if I can do this proper now. Wow, there's a lot of you out here today. Okay, so little quick information about me. First off, I apologize. Tardiness should not have happened. That was rude to you and being disrespectful. I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me. Thank you. All right, so my name is Mike Watson. I make comic books. Yay! I am the publisher of Short Fuse Media and the owner of Freestyle Comics. Here's a book we make. Here's a book we make. Here's another book we make. There's many more, but that's just a little preview. So, I am a huge MCU fan. Absolutely adore the movies. That's why we're all here, right? These movies are fantastic. There might be some spies in here from DC who don't like them. Stand up now. They're good, you know what I'm saying? They are good. All right. So, Marvel Phase 4 was announced a couple weeks ago. This weekend, we have D23. You guys know what D23 is?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, cool. So I am actually anxiously waiting for what they're going to dissolve here, say, whatever, announce. I'm expecting big announcements from D23 because that's their thing. But let's talk about this Phase 4. And I'm going to open it up to you guys first. Which announcement from Phase 4 were you the most excited about? Oh yeah, don't be shy.
Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of Madness, why?
I think it's going to set up years to come of content.
Years of content to come. Okay. I am excited about Multiverse of Madness because the co-star is Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
And not just because she is the co-star, but the fact that they are continuing this trend of co-starring other heroes within these movies. I think that's fantastic. It went great with the Hulk and in Thor, and keeping because the Hulk had his own storyline going from Avengers to Thor back to Avengers. So it looks like Scarlet Witch is going to be the next one that they're going to focus on, as her TV series WandaVision is directly tied to Into the Multiverse of Madness. Now, what are you guys thinking about some of the rumors that the Multiverse of Madness villain is her? I mean, it's not outside of Scarlet Witch's history. If anybody's read the comics, she erased mutant kind. It be like that sometimes. I mean, you said that so casually. She's an awful mom? Well, she was a mom at a time. She created her kids out of nothing. Like, with magic, she made her kids. So, I don't know. One of the things that I'm supercharged about for Phase 4 is the fact that a lot of the stuff, I don't know anything about it. It is a lot of new content, a lot of new announcements. It is super, super diverse in who they have there, who's taking the charge in the forefront. Feige already said himself that the women are going to run the show here in Phase 4, and I'm looking forward, moving forward and on, and I'm looking forward to that because we've had a lot of men in the driver's seat, and I have 3 daughters, and I want them to be able to see themselves up on a screen punching somebody in the face. They need that. They've earned it. They deserve it. One of my other things I really dug about Phase 4 was Falcon and Winter Soldier. Now, I need to clear that. Oh, go ahead. You got something, sir?
Okay, so what exactly are they going to introduce as far as with Falcon and Winter Soldier? Are they going to re-engage with Hydra, or are they going to make this just a continuation of what happened at the end of Endgame?
Everything in Phase 4 is a continuation after Endgame. Everything.
So basically,
With the exception of Black Widow. Black Widow happens before Endgame.
so basically Falcon becomes Captain America, pretty much.
Yes. So they have confirmed Falcon is going to be Captain America. The rumor mill for the storyline is that America doesn't want him to be Captain America. The government is going to be fighting against that. Looks like we're going to be getting a bit of a hero's journey or the start of redemption for Winter Soldier. Sam Wilson's going to be Cap. He's going to have the actual suit and rocking the shield. So he's going to be our Cap in Phase 4 and moving forward. Yeah.
So the original Sam Wilson.
Yep. Yeah. And before we move forward off of this subject, let's clear the air. I've been getting into a lot of Facebook debates about this, and I want to make sure everybody understands this. If you don't agree with me, it's perfectly fine. You're entitled to your opinion, which is wrong. But just today, just a joke. All right, so everyone, well, not everyone, but there's a lot of people that want Winter Soldier to be Captain America. And I understand that. Bucky was his friend to the end. He was always there. He was there in the beginning. Sam's the new guy that just came in. I want to explain to you why Bucky was never going to be Captain America. Bucky is an assassin. He has killed a lot of people, including Iron Man's parents. As far as the world is concerned, he killed Black Panther's father. And he is a mass murderer. At no point through the MCU timeline did we ever clear his name. Publicly, his name has never been cleared. Also, he's brainwashed. At any moment, a certain set of words can send him in a killing rampage. So, let's give him the shield. Let's let him be Captain America. Certain words make you kill. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. We don't need the shield to be bloodied with an assassin on there. And he's not mentally ready for it. And he knows it. We know that because at the end of Endgame, when Cap and Bucky say goodbye to each other, they're really saying goodbye. There is no need for that goodbye that they give each other if Cap's only going to be gone for 5 seconds. There's no need for it because he's coming right back. They hit every single one of their classic lines. Don't take the stupid with you. Oh, I can't because you're taking all the stupid with you. They did everything. And Bucky looks sad as heck. So, mentally not ready. In the world's eye, he's never been cleared of the assassination. And honestly, the Avengers don't know this guy. They don't. They just gave him a pass because Cap was rolling with him. Well, Cap's gone. He's an old man now. And you're looking for someone that's going to be the next Captain America, which is going to be the field commander, the person in charge of the team moving forward. No Iron Man, no Cap. Oh, Falcon's been there since Winter Soldier. He's been side by side, ride or die. He's fought with the Avengers. He's proven himself. He goes to bat for Captain America. And the fact that it was done in the comic books. And don't get me wrong, Bucky does get to be Winter Soldier. But Bucky needs to have a redemption arc. So I feel like through Phase 4 and Phase 5, he's going to be that other character that gets to co-star in these other things. And his redemption is going to begin. And he's going to eventually take over being Captain America. Which should happen because he was that character. But right now, the Cap that we're getting is going to be Sam Wilson. And it's for those reasons. Not for the diversity reason, but because the story told us that. If you pay attention to the movie, all that stuff is there. Cap was never going to pick him. That may be his brother, but sometimes you got to make the hard decision, and that's what Cap did. Moving forward, the legacy of Captain America has to have a positive person in front of it, championing that mantle. Sam Wilson is the best person for that. Yes?
Speaking of Captain America character, what do you think about Captain Britain maybe coming into the MCU?
Look, you want to know what I care? Bring it. Whatever character Marvel wants to bring in there, bring them in here. The door is open. I have been blessed by Endgame. All right? Over 36 characters in one massively in battle to end them all. You want to bring Captain Britain in? Bring them. I don't care. Bring the X-Men, bring the Fantastic Four, bring Slime Man. I don't give a dang. Keep them coming. Keep the comic movies coming. Keep the comic book shows going. Whoever you want to bring in, let's go. Yes.
I wanted to add a concern. I'm very concerned about this Sony Spider-Man business. Would you care to comment on that?
Okay.
How it might affect Phase 4.
I'm going to give you 2 comments. I'm going to give you my initial feelings. Sony and MCU broke up. I didn't give a damn whose fault it was. I was pissed. I was upset. I don't care who did what. I don't care who asked for money. I don't care who didn't want to give money. Y'all need to get in a closed room, shut them doors, and figure it out and keep Spider-Man in the MCU. That's all I care about at the end of the day. That's all that matters. He is integral sorry, I can't pronounce that word today, in the future of the MCU and the stories that they have going on. Not as the next Iron Man, but as Spider-Man. Which, I don't know, I think a few people missed that in Far From Home, that Peter was never going to be the next Iron Man. He was becoming Spider-Man. That's what that was. Whew. That last scene with the spider sense, Jesus. It's incredible. All right, so now my reaction now. I think it's particularly funny that a breakup between these two studios after Sony has made $1 billion on Far From Home, the highest grossing film in the history of that company, and part of the contract that Marvel signed with them is to continue using Spider-Man, we have to make $1 billion on Far From Home. I don't know who thought of that stipulation, but that was a stipulation, and they did it. And then all of a sudden, 3 days before D23, the biggest event for Disney, which is the equivalent of San Diego Comic-Con, oh, we're breaking up. Shut up. Stop playing games with me. You put me on an emotional roller coaster for nothing. All right, now, what's happening right now is I've been seeing a few articles, few YouTube videos today saying that Sony and MCU worked it out. Sony will take 70% and MCU will get 30% of the profits, which, in my honest opinion, I know a lot of people think Disney is the evil hand of Thanos and they don't, they're being greedy, they don't need to take any more money. I feel like it was their creative efforts that got Spider-Man to be over $1 billion, and at the end of the day, it was their character first. They sold it because they were going bankrupt. So them asking for some money when we just made you $1 billion, you never made $1 billion by yourself. None of your films.
Not even half of it.
Right. Well, actually, one of the movies did 700 million, and I think Venom did 800 million. To me, Venom's a fluke, but
With the full production cost on Sony.
yeah, with the full production cost. And Spider-Man Far From Home had a crazy promotional advertisement budget that they went through or whatnot. But Sony doesn't see that money or that type of production without Spider-Man in the MCU. I'm a big fan of Jan Campia. I watch his show a lot. And I agree with them. Sony has the best of both worlds right now. They have a complete Spider-Verse that they can do on their own, unattached from MCU, and then do no work and get all this money from an MCU Spider-Man. Shut up and take your money. All right? I don't think Disney's out of pocket for asking for money because of their creative efforts on there and what Kevin Feige helped that film to be or not. And I'm not disclosing I'm not discrediting the director, the actors, and everything, because that all adds up. But Feige has been the guiding light for this vision of these 23 movies for the MCU or whatnot. Now, maybe they should not have asked as much money as they did, but I'm an artist and I'm a creative. Whenever I negotiate commissions with people, I always go higher so I can get the actual number that I want. I negotiate down. Everybody does that. And hopefully the stories and things that are coming in are going to be true. And one thing that Campia put on his Twitter that I thought was hilarious, he said, my prediction for D23. Iger comes out, says, hey, I know there's been a lot of talk about Spider-Man this week and us breaking up with Sony. I want to bring out my good friend, the head of Sony. We're making 10 more Spider-Man movies, guys. So Tom Holland is young enough to where they can keep these movies up, keep the appearance of Spider-Man in these shows. So hopefully it all works out. Both companies need to figure it out. I think I had somebody back there first. Yeah.
I know this isn't part of the phase 4 of the MCU, but do you feel that they're ever going to introduce Avengers versus X-Men? Even though X-Men, the last, the Dark Phoenix was a colossal bomb.
Yes, I think they're absolutely going to do X-Men versus Avengers. Maybe not soon. Obviously, they got to figure out how they're introducing these characters, and the fact that Iron Man and Captain America won't be in it, or the Steve Rogers that I want to see in it, which is Chris Evans, you're going to be missing that. But they have a ton of stuff to do. I think Marvel's going to do as much as they possibly can. Yes.
Speaking of Iron Man, considering that speech that Happy gave to Peter, saying that you're never going to be Iron Man, do you think that maybe Iron Man
I think that's definitely a possibility, and I still think there's a possibility of them doing Riri Williams.
Yeah.
I think that Marvel does an excellent job of, or MCU does an excellent job of introducing characters, and you can very easily slide in there that Tony had in his will that he's been watching Riri Williams for the last 5 years, donated tech and suits to her, and now he wants her to take over the mantle of Iron Man. I think that is something that can be super easily crafted in there to get it in there. So I think that's more likely than his actual daughter because she's so young. But I absolutely see her taking, she could take over the Iron Man role after that. Because I think Riri will start off as her version of Iron Man, but she ends up becoming Ironheart. And then Tony's daughter takes over the Iron Man role or takes over the rescue role. Hit you next.
Going back to Falcon and Winter Soldier. So Winter Soldier in the last couple movies when he's in Wakanda, in the after credits and then in Infinity War, he was called the White Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think his role, since Sam Wilson is going to be making his way into Captain America, what do you think his story is going to be in the show, Winter Soldier's story?
I think his behind-the-scenes arc that we're going to see is his redemption, the start of his redemption, and trying to get himself back on the right light. Dealing with his demons, I think absolutely the brainwashing and stuff is still going to be there in the back of his head, and that's going to be a constant concern for him because we until they say Shuri fixed it, she didn't fix it. We don't know what's going on with that. So I think Shuri did, but until we get that definitive line that says, oh yeah, I fixed it. So he's fine, but I think he's still going to have that self-doubt because the one cool thing that several cool things, but one of them that they really do it when it's subject, I love that he carries that weight. He doesn't let himself forget it. He doesn't let anybody else forget it. Even when he's not talking about it, it's a subtle thing that he does where you can see it's on his shoulders in everything that he does and trying to be better.
Right. Do you think he'll go by White Wolf eventually? Like, how Sam's going to go by Captain America eventually? Or do you think he'll keep the same name?
No, I think he'll just keep the same name. I think that was just something between, over there in Wakanda.
His Wakanda nickname?
Yeah. I saw a hand over here. Yes.
What do you think about the rumors that they're gonna bring in Kamala Khan into the Captain Marvel aspect?
Do it. Do it. Riri, Kamala Khan, please bring her. And what's her freaking name? I'm forgetting right now.
Kamala Khan.
Not Kamala Khan. Captain Marvel's best friend's daughter.
Oh, Marie
Huh? What's her real name?
It's like Marie Laveau. She was.
Yeah. Rambo. Monica Rambo.
She played the daughter.
Yes, she's in one of the movies or TV series because she's grown up now.
Yeah, I heard that they were gonna bring Monica in as an adult from the '90s, where she was a little girl. And
Exactly.
And Carol was her auntie, basically.
Yes, do it. Do it. I'm here for all of it. All right. Loki.
Any thoughts on what the next big villain that they're gonna face at the end of Phase 4 is? I know that Galactus was mentioned.
Forget Galactus. We're not there yet. Galactus needs to be like Phase 10. I'm honestly thinking it's gonna be Kang the Conqueror. Yeah. So they've done so much stuff and they've messed with time so hard. I believe it's gonna be Kang the Conqueror. And pretty much they got their slew to pick from because they got X-Men and Fantastic Four back. But I don't think we're gonna do Galactus yet. We still have a ton of things to do, and I'm really more interested in how are they going to introduce the X-Men and how they're going to introduce the Fantastic Four. I had one over here. Yes.
Can you see them doing a Nova movie? And if so, which Nova would you want? Alexander or Ryder? Who would you fan cast?
I want Ryder. I'm terrible at fine casting. But the Russo brothers confirmed that Nova is actually in Endgame. He's in a scene in the background. Yeah, they did confirm that. So he is going to be there. I'm not very familiar with the Nova character. He's not on my radar really as somebody. He's one of those characters that I appreciate in the big crossover events, and it's nice to have him there. But outside of the solo character, he's not my cup of tea.
What do you think they should do for Ghost Rider?
They're doing it. He's getting a TV series.
Fine.
and it's going to be the Robbie Reyes one. He's getting a TV series. I don't know what they're going to do with the original Ghost Rider, but the original Ghost Rider was introduced and does exist in the MCU. Yeah, he gave Robbie Reyes his powers. I don't know if anybody saw that. I thought that was one of the best Easter eggs ever in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when he pulled up on that motorcycle. I was like, no, yes! I was excited. All right, somebody over here?
What do you think's gonna happen to Spider-Man in Phase 4 from what J. Jonah Jameson has?
Okay. I have no idea. And that J. Jonah Jameson end credit was incredible. I'm so glad they brought him back. It was perfect. There's only one person that can mess up Peter Parker's life like that. So, there's one of two things. There's two theories that I've heard. And I am cool. Okay, no, I'm not cool with both of them. I'm leaning more towards. So the theory is that once they get full access to Daredevil, because he's off the table for 2 years, that Daredevil is the one that clears his name. The other theory is She-Hulk gets introduced, and she's an attorney too, and she's the one that clears his name. I'm leaning towards the She-Hulk one will probably happen because, again, it is the phase of women that Marvel's going for.
As long as they don't do one more day.
Oh my God, don't ever bring up One More Day. Do not.
Yeah, with Skrulls being introduced, Captain Marvel and such, do you think any faces could have Secret Invasion?
I don't think it'll have Secret Invasion. I think we're going to have the Kree Skrull War. I think that's definitely going to happen.
I'm actually excited about what they're going to do with Shang-Chi and how that is at least they're gonna expand it from what we thought the Mandarin was and all that other kind of stuff. So
I am super excited about that. I am one of the few who actually enjoyed Iron Man 3. I enjoyed the plot twist with Mandarin, but I can attest that to I wasn't attached to the Mandarin. So, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really dig Iron Man until the Iron Man movies. Because in the comic books, Marvel constantly tried to sell us this dream that the Avengers were the greatest heroes ever. They are the legends, they're the ones that do everything, but the numbers say it was X-Men and Spider-Man. Those are the comic books that sold. That's why those properties sold when they sold them. And Marvel got stuck with those other characters, those C and D list characters that they have turned to A-listers now, which is perfectly fine. I love how they did that twist. And I'm not going to sit up here in front, but I didn't dig Iron Man until we got to these films or whatnot. But I love the fact that they did that twist on the Mandarin. I thought it was incredible. I enjoyed it very much. And apparently, there's a video. I haven't seen it, but it shows that the 10 rings have been in every single thing. In some way, shape, or form, it has touched everything. So, and they already said, well, obviously, they said the real Mandarin does exist or whatnot. So I love that they're including them in there. I love that Shang-Chi is happening. I am very excited. My only thing is so it's the curiosity and excitement of it well, how are they going to do it? How is he going to be able to battle the Mandarin? How are we going to make this work? There have been a lot of martial art flicks and TV shows that have just been owning it with the choreography and stuff. So I am absolutely looking forward to this. I don't know which one. I'm going to go with Canary, then Loki, then Red Hoodie. Mm-hmm.
With young Tony and young Pepper Potts and all that stuff like that. And I really liked the way they went with the Mandarin in that series. And I'm wondering how if they're just going to completely branch differently. I'm sure they are. But I was glad that they brought back something that I used to see all the time.
I think that's really dope too. So now that the Magic Realm has been introduced, I think they're going to go really magical shaman type of stuff with him and his rings, ancient. He's been doing this for a while, but I'm not very in depth with those characters. But I think they're definitely not going to shy away from the magic aspect of them. Loki.
As you said before with the Iron Man, in every movie there was the 10 Rings logo. And one last thing is, what are your thoughts on Thor: Love and Thunder?
Okay. I don't know if maybe I haven't got this across enough. Bring it. I am here for women kicking ass in comic book movies. Like I said, I got 3 daughters. One of the reasons I made this book is because there are not enough female lead characters in the industry for my daughters to read or see. So the more women that I have in here kicking butt, the better. Because that's going to open it up the doors more for other studios and other comic book shops and more video games to be inclusive to that. I absolutely love Thor Ragnarok. It is my favorite Thor movie. I think they did a fantastic job on it. It was hilarious. I know some people don't like it. It rubbed them the wrong way. To each their own. I cannot wait to see Love and Thunder. I am here for Queen Valkyrie. I am here for the mighty Thor. I am here for Thor. The only thing I don't want them to do is do not make Thor unworthy. Because he just went through an incredible story arc that proved and showed how worthy he was. And I didn't catch it the first time. I did not catch it the first time. And then when I watched it the second time, you don't realize how important it is for him to be able to pick up that hammer in the past, to be that broken, battered person that he is, to be depressed, to feel lost, to have all that guilt, to have all that responsibility on his shoulders, but for that hammer to still come back to him, and it proved that he's worthy despite his appearance, despite his mental ability right now. That is an incredible message. And please don't take that away in the new film and make him unworthy. Just have Jane get the hammer some other way. Don't take the worthiness away from Thor. I got Spider-Man, or hoodie right.
Alright, so the phase 4, as far as MCU with the phase 4, the characters that are going to be on TV shows. Now, are they going to be Netflix? Are they going to be Disney? Because I feel like Netflix, they kind of just pissed on a lot of the MCU. Like they utterly canceling, like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, you name it. So like, are they going a different route? Or are they still sticking with Netflix? Or are they sticking with Disney? Or network TV? What route?
Disney's keeping all their toys. It's all going to be on Disney Plus, and everything that they do moving forward is going to be connected to the MC universe. Each show is going to be 8 to 10 episodes a piece, or whatnot. But yeah, they're all going to be on Disney Plus. The thing with the Netflix series, Netflix knew what Marvel was what MCU was trying to do. They wanted their characters back, and I really hope they can get those actors back for those same roles, because those actors did a good job. For what they were given, they did a great job. Jessica Jones is amazing. Daredevil is amazing. I constantly go back and forth between Jessica Jones and Daredevil for which one's my favorite. But after 3 seasons, Daredevil won it out. I wasn't feeling the 3rd season of Jessica Jones. I'm sorry. That villain just was not it for me. But I think we got 1 more year before MCU can touch those 4 characters and those actors. So in my head, I'm thinking once they do, they may take a couple of those people that were really, really strong, start the series over anew on Disney Plus. But everything's on Disney Plus moving forward. Yes.
Speaking of Disney Plus, what do you think about the concept of the animated What If series that's going to tell what if scenarios relating to the MCU movies of the characters, and bring back all the actors to voice these animated versions?
The only thing that I like about that is that we're getting Atu the Watcher.
Yeah.
That's the main thing I like. So that means that Atu the Watcher, I know they did it in Guardians of the Galaxy, but now with him being in the show, chances are we get that moment that when a Galactus type incident happens, Atu pops up in the MCU movie. And that could be at the end of an end credit scene or whatever, and I will geek out when I see it. It will, oh God, I won't know what to do with myself. But I'm not as excited about the What If series as I am everything else. I never was a big fan of the What If comic book, but it is cool that the actors are coming back to do the voices for everything on it. And at this point, I'm going to watch it. It's MCU. I'm going to watch it. Oh wait, I think you had one first.
At the end of Endgame, when Thor was with the Guardians of the Galaxy, traveling with them, is he now a member of the Guardians of the Galaxy, or is he still with the Avengers, or is he just in between?
Actually, we have no idea what they're doing with that. Thor: Love and Thunder is going to take place before Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So we have no idea if Thor has an adventure with them that they're going to show us in 3, or he gets dropped off wherever he is in Love and Thunder. So I'm hoping, I really want Thor to be in Guardians. I think that movie will be funnier than Ragnarok because all of their chemistry together is great. And those are some, like, Drax, Quill, Rocket, and now Nebula. All of them together with Thor. Oh my God, that is comedic comic book TV gold or movie gold. So I'm hoping we do get to see that, but none of that's confirmed right now. The only thing they confirmed is that Love and Thunder happens before Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and Guardians of the Galaxy 3 happens in Phase 5. I had someone back here. I think that's ludicrous, but if I was that studio too, I would hold on to it too. I would sit back and I would say, if you want these rights, you're going to have to pay me. And I don't necessarily know if we need a Hulk feature film. I think what the rumor is that to get around that clause, they can do a Hulk TV series. They can do a Hulk TV series on the Disney Plus channel. Now, that's not confirmed or anything, but that's what I've been seeing in articles and stuff like that. But I really I do want a Hulk movie, don't get me wrong. I love Mark Ruffalo and what they've done with him. I really want to see, I've enjoyed Smart Hulk, I've enjoyed his story arc, but I do want to see that moment where rage comes into play and we get to see Hulk angry. And I think they're trying to save that moment. That's why we didn't get it in Endgame, because Hulk is still a player in the MCU. And I can really appreciate and respect that. Let's not put everything in one basket and one shoot off. We still have other movies we're trying to make.
What about
Namor. I want that. I know the rumor mill is that people were thinking that the earthquakes that were happening in the ocean by Wakanda was Namor trying to make some noise, and they're trying to. The rumor is that it's Namor versus Black Panther, and Dr. Doom will be in it. I'm here for it. I got 2 buckets of buttered popcorn and salt. Let's go. We're normally not that good at guessing what MCU does, and I think they read the feeds. They want to keep us guessing. Loki.
Just one last question. Considering I've heard some things about maybe Keanu Reeves being talked to by Marvel, considering his popularity has been jumping up since John Wick. Do you think that he would possibly have a place in Marvel?
I have absolutely no idea what to cast Keanu Reeves as. Do I want him in the MCU? Yes. I have no idea what character to cast him as. The closest one that I like that people are saying is Moon Knight. Yeah. But yeah, I'm here for it because Keanu Reeves has been owning it. I love John Wick. I love, he's in that movie on Netflix.
Always be my baby.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's hilarious. It's so good. So I want him there.
Okay. The one announcement that surprised a lot of people. I mean, people were expecting that the Eternals were going to get a movie, but everybody seemed pretty shocked that they want to bring Blade into the MCU, especially given that the original films made about that character were R-rated films with a lot of horror content. How do you think that can be worked into the MCU, which is pretty solidly PG-13?
Yeah, no blood. How do they do it with no blood?
Oh, that's easy. They just turn to dust.
Yeah.
As soon as a silver blade hits them, dust, you're gone. I think there's many ways around that, and I also think a lot of people don't realize that you can only use the F word one time in a PG-13 movie. So I would accumulate that to the one time that he does say it, that we save it for like a really good moment or whatnot. I don't necessarily think you need Blade to be an R-rated movie for Blade to be dope. It's about the action, it's about the adventure, it's about the choreography, the lifestyles of the vampires and how Blade is operating in there and things like that. I do think that if they do make it R-rated and they bring Deadpool over to the MCU and they want to keep that R-rated, they have what's called a Marvel Knights division, like they did with the comic books. the Marvel Knights division of the comic books were more adult, were bloodier, I said deadlier language, stronger language. But then when they came and played with the other kids, it was dumbed down. And I think you can have a lot of fun with that with Blade and Deadpool, especially Deadpool acknowledging he could be getting ready to say something stupid, and he looks at the camera and is like, oh, I forgot. The mouse. And just keep it moving. So there's a lot of play that they can have with it. It's just a matter of how are they going to incorporate it. And I'm getting a signal here, and I have to wrap up. Oh my God, this is so amazing. I don't want you to leave yet because I have a ticket that I want to give you guys to come to my table to get a free item. But I want to get a picture with all of us, like a big selfie. Can we do that? Can we make that happen?